Alright guys, 7 a.m. We're gonna down that cereal out of muffins today, so we have to peanut butter. Not cool. I'm gonna start my car, warm it up for 7-8 minutes before we ride. It's gonna be cold out. That sky though. Ooh. Alrighty, here we go. Alright guys, and now it's time for a little pull day deload. Does that Audi have a big brake kit on it? I love a little big brake action. Alright guys, so now it's time for the pull deload. Since I do bodyweight pull-ups for sets of 5, I'm gonna obviously do assisted pull-ups with a neutral grip. And what time is it now? It's 9:29, so haven't eaten in about 2 hours and 15 minutes, but I had probably 100 grams of carbs and plenty of protein and some peanut butter, so this workout's gonna be quick. If this was like a big squat day, that probably wouldn't be ideal, but again, it's a deload, so I could do this pretty much on an empty stomach and it's gonna have no effect. I have my post-workout shake, obviously right here, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, oatmeal, and ISO Pure. Pre-workout went down, morning driving was good. I woke up at 6:45, got out of the house around 7:15, and gave about 6 peak hour rides, which means once I hit 30, get 140 or something like that dollars. It's just an extra bonus on top of a good week, so not sure how much I'll be driving today, tomorrow, and Sunday. I've been doing usually Monday through Friday, but now that I've discovered this little peak hour bonus, it's more time efficient. I use less gas, and I just invest less time into driving to make possibly more money. So, but then again, I don't want to be driving on Saturdays and Fridays and all that type of stuff. But if it's not worth going out, if it's nothing I want to do in particular, and I've been going out this week here and there, it should work out. But more importantly, we're gonna hit this pull day, hit this deload, take a day or two off, and then when we come back to bench, who knows what's gonna happen. 250 pounds is gonna feel really heavy, but I might feel so healthy that I'll be able to push as hard as I can. And that's the goal, being able to generate the most force I can, pain-free, and that's why we're just taking a little break here. So let's go hit these assisted pull-ups after we warm up. I'll talk to you guys during the workout.
Visit the Cherry Creek store today. Hi, I'm Katie English, registered dietitian nutritionist. We all care about the importance of protein and diet diet. But are you getting enough fiber too? Make sure your diet rich in fiber controls your blood sugar, normalizes blood and keeps you feeling fuller and longer.
Alright guys, so that workout was pretty good. Obviously, as you can see, I started with 3 sets on the assisted for 5 reps. Pretty much just doing almost about half the weight I usually do, maybe 60–70% for the minimum amount of working sets, 3 sets. I did that on bench, I did that on squat, and I'm doing the same thing here on pull-ups. As you can see, completely neutral grip, which I think I'm switching to on bench and pull-ups, getting away from anything outside shoulder width because I've never been 100% pain-free, and I'm talking, I've been 99% pain-free, but I'm gonna try to find that 100%. And maybe that's with an actual shoulder joint with grip, not at the outside portion of the delt. But anyways, did the exact same back workout I always do. It's not sexy, it's not cool, it's not anything you guys haven't seen before, but it's what works in general. And I like to do pull-ups, a pull down with a chin-up grip style. I don't like to do chin-ups because I get bicep tendonitis. I'm not sure why. It's something I've had my whole life, and that is something that's gonna be unique to each person. But after I did a couple sets there, just went on through the motions, pulled through the range of motion that I think is best, kept my shoulder and elbows in the exact line I wanted to keep them in, and tried to just completely dissociate from any bad habit I've had. And that's exactly what I did on the seated row, on the shrugs, and then I'm moving away from the rear delt machine so I can start to load my spine again in a completely horizontal or parallel to the ground fashion. As you guys know or may not know, I herniated a disc in my back in a freak lifting accident when I had to do negatives on a deadlift and totally screwed my back up. So I stopped pulling from the floor. I stopped doing any type of horizontal rowing or pulling, and that's why I do the seated cable row. That's why everything you see me do is pretty much standing or fully erect. So I was able to, or now able to, bend over, use rear delt flies and lift my arms and my elbows without getting any spinal pain. It's not that I ever got spine pain before, but now I'm completely pain-free. I can lift the 15s, the 20s, and kind of, you know, use a little body English, and my spine feels great. So keeping my core steady, keeping everything stable, and feeling much better than I have basically in a year. So overall, I'm very pumped that everything's going well as far as my back is going. Now we just got to find that mojo again with heavy lifting, because now it's been like a week since I've lifted anything heavy and I'm kind of losing my feel for it. So when we come back in a day or two and hit that bench press, I have no idea how it's going to go, but stay tuned because it's going to go somewhere. Did a little posing here for you guys. Feeling flat, feeling kind of pale, not very full, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. And let's see where we go from here on the next workouts, where we start to push some heavyweight again. I'm definitely looking forward to it, but not as much as I thought. So let's take this day or two off and see what comes of it. But I'll catch you guys then. Keep doing the basics, and if you're using something or doing something wrong with your form, reset, take a deload. That's my best advice.
I guess we're supposed to do that these days, right?
Yeah, that's like the in thing these days. Taking pictures.
Go down, talk to him. Be out of here by 12:30.
All right, cool. So you're gonna need, just bring like workout shoes and I don't know, whatever you wanna wear to go in the park, and then we'll do that, do some cardio, troll around, and I'm excited we can eat after and stuff. But I'm gonna eat right, I just got home now, I'm gonna eat now and do some work, so that sounds perfect.
Yay. You still want to go to the meet for you?
Not sure.
Shoot from vacation.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. And with that said, my goal this week was to hit 40 peak rides to get the $280 bonus for literally doing nothing, and we're at 36 peak rides. So tonight from 6 to 8, every ride I give is gonna contribute to that. So I'm gonna give 4 more rides, and I think my weekly paycheck's gonna be ballin'. So deload week is over. I'm gonna spend today, my off day, doing a little bit of editing, and I'm gonna have some eggs and rice right now. But today I think I'm gonna go check out a park for the first time in Denver, because it's in the 60s almost, and it's super sunny. So hopefully in an hour, we'll be ready to go, enjoy a park, do cardio, some stretching, just get some sun, because I was used to doing that in Miami so much. But without further ado, I gotta get some work done, get this video together, and I will see you guys when we train again, probably tomorrow, or if I go out tonight, maybe I'll wait till Monday and get my push session in then, but really no rush. Just feel like I'm getting weaker since I'm not training, so we'll see how it goes. But you guys know what the deal is. We still gotta put in the work. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll see you guys next time. All right guys, so it is Saturday, it is an off day from training, and this is my first meal of the day. It's actually noon, but I woke up at 9:45, had a coffee, and drove for 2 hours. For some reason I had no appetite, maybe because I trained yesterday early morning and had like 7 meals, but that's not gonna stop me from eating what I need to eat today. We'll probably still get 6 meals in, or who knows, but this is meal 1. About a cup of rice, 1/4 cup of mixed veggies, and 3 whole eggs with a little bit of extra egg whites. as you can see. Gotta put pepper and ketchup on that, as usual, to make it extra delicious. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. So I went ahead and put this in the end of the video because there was no room for it in the voiceover, but I promised you guys I would tell you what my condition is on my left elbow, which I've had since I played golf as a teenager. And the comment in my comment section was pretty alarming. This guy said he was deadlifting multiple times a week and he was getting pain in his lateral epicondyle of the humerus, which is, humerus is the arm bone, lateral means out towards your sides, medial to the midline. So lateral epicondyle is just the distal portion of the arm bone here, and a lot of muscles attach here, specifically the extensor muscles. So when you hit like a side chest or at most muscular, these little extensor muscles which extend the wrist, they attach on the humerus, not here on the radius and ulna. They start and insert here, or they originate here. Either way, there's two insertion points, forearm and upper arm. And what I've noticed is that from pull-ups, especially chin-ups, any type of hammer curl, whenever I do a normal amount of volume, I will get inflammation, and it feels like it's right here, kind of where the bicep tendon inserts, which is alarming, but it's mostly outside here. And it's a numb, dull ache, which I cannot pinpoint, which means that since there's lots of sensors in the tendon, it's probably somewhere in the tendon, not localized. It could be micro tears throughout, or it could be where the muscles insert that they're rubbing together, maybe in just some sort of way that isn't optimal. And I think it's mostly genetic, or it's something that it caused by playing golf for so many years. So if you have lateral epicondyle pain or pain in that area, it's probably a tendon from these extensor muscles that you can see in your forearm. And the most important thing I can tell you is that when you are pulling, make sure that you have a neutral grip. So don't do wide grip bicep curls, don't do wide grip pull downs. You need to keep your forearms and your hands neutral, and don't supinate in your arm work. If you're gonna do curls, stay supinated. Do not go from pronated to supinated, because you will inflame those tendons. The bicep has one action. It's just a lever that's gonna lift vertically and return down. It does not supinate. So if you're worried about bicep development, do not be supinating or doing hammer curls, then curls with your hands facing forward. Just keep it simple. Pick a neutral grip and anatomical position and curl from there. Same thing with your pulling movements. So if you have pain here, be careful, and the only thing I can tell you is rest and recover. If you feel the inflammation coming, back off your training, especially the isolation work. If you're not doing full range of motion and you're doing things like pull-ups and rows, drop the weight, use full range of motion. Your tendons will thank you, and you'll grow more and get more activation. But I'm not a doctor, so do whatever you want to do with that information. Peace.